Do not let their dreams become your dreams. And even if you are similar people with similar backgrounds and similar thoughts, and you feel like you have a lot in common with that person, or you aspire to be like that person, do not make their dreams as your dreams, because there are so many dreams that you can have for whatever desire you want, and you don't have to take the idea of someone. So when I say don't take their dreams, what I mean is when you are thinking of the life that you desire, you often find yourself finding content or people that do that thing, or that have a certain lifestyle that they use a certain thing as a tool to get there. And it can be so tempting to say, well, that's where I want to be. That's who I want to be like. This is the life I want to live. So let me go do the thing that they're doing. For instance, like a business, right? Like you see someone who has no schedule and you're like, oh my gosh, I want to start my own business. I want to quit my 9 to 5 and start my own business. Or you see someone who was working, but now they're married to a well off man, and now they're deciding, okay, well, I don't want to work. And because you don't want to work, or you don't want to have a certain schedule, you feel like, okay, I got to go get a rich husband or a rich boyfriend, or however you put it, to fulfill that dream. Or you can feel like, wow, this person is super, super skinny and fit and they do keto. So I'm going to do keto. I'm going to dedicate my life to keto. Or like this person is giving this certain skill, and they're framing it like this is exactly how they got the life they always wanted, because they learned this one skill, and because I want that life, I'm going to go learn that skill from them. The problem here is that you're losing sight of the desire. The desire is not the actual thing you want, it's the journey that you would much rather be on. So if you're doing something with your life that you don't want to be doing, it's not necessarily that you want to go into that specific skill or that specific habit or whatever. It's more so that the journey that you're currently on, you want to be pursuing something else. You're like, I don't want to pursue the 9 to 5. I want to pursue the business. I don't want to pursue continuing to work, and finding how to support myself. I want to be supported by a husband and things like that, right? But it's so dangerous to just take someone's thing that they're doing and make it your whole entire personality. And this goes the same for like parents, right? Your parents will say, this wasn't my personal experience, but I'm just saying in general, I've heard this a lot, that your parents will say like, oh, go to school and do this, this, and that. Or make sure that you go to college and you get a good degree, or whatever the case is. And you will literally take that to your grave and be like, okay, well, I'm just going to do that because that's what they said to do. So that's what I'm going to do. And you fail to ever understand and realize if that's what you want to do, if that's actually the path you want to go. Because every single path works, every single strategy works. That's why there's people that have no job who are thriving. There's people who are living and leeching off of other people who are thriving. There's people who never intend to have a job who are thriving. There's people who have jobs who are thriving. And there's people who have their own businesses who are thriving. People that do all tons of different crazy things to make money and they're thriving. Or they have their own clothing brand and they're thriving, or own digital products and they're thriving, whatever. Just because somebody is thriving in that way does not mean that you have to take it. Again, every strategy works. So, yeah, someone may say, like, oh, having a business is the best thing you could possibly do because it allows you to blah, 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 blah. But instead of taking that and running with it and saying, oh my gosh, this is the life that I want, this must be a sign to go to have my own business. Really go back to your roots and say, does this align with who I am and what I actually want? And I had to do this for myself because I was like, I was going to do this for money, this side hustle, do this, blah, blah, blah. Like, I've done everything you can imagine under the sun to make money, literally, besides, whatever. Like, I've never done anything crazy, but I've done a lot of things to make money. And that's like putting myself out there, putting out a product, putting out a digital product, putting out content, putting out like for UGC, and just a ton of different things. Like everybody has side hustles, right? But I had to go back to the roots and say, you know what? I actually don't want my own business because I've never wanted my own business ever. I've never desired that. However, when I got online, everyone's like, oh, have your own business, live your schedule free life. And I'm like, oh, I want a schedule free life. Let me go do a business. But that wasn't my path. If I would have looked deep down in myself and said, okay, what it takes to run a business is literally a lot of hard work, really look at it like tentatively, like literally actually look at what it takes to run a business, I would have easily been like, oh wait, I don't want that type of freedom. I'm okay. Like that seems too demanding. And when people would talk about people talked about digital products, I was like, okay, I really love the idea of digital products because I don't want to sell a product, like a physical product. That was always my thing. Like, if I'm going to do a business, if I'm going to do a business, I'm going to do it digital or consulting. I was never going to do a product because never, ever, ever. Because I figured out that doesn't align with me. I cannot see myself shipping out products all day. It's just not going to work. So I had to like think to myself, okay, if you want this business that people are saying, but um you want this business that people are talking about, but you don't want to do it in a way where you sell digital products, and then you slowly realize, oh wait, I don't want a business at all. I'm actually okay. And then you start to really look into finance and you're like, oh my gosh, finance is kind of cool. Like investing, I've talked about this in my three biggest money myth videos. You definitely need to watch that one. It's already posted on my channel. In the videos section, you can find it. This video will be in the live section, so there's and make sure to check both out. But that video was already posted, and I talked a lot about investing, how to get started, and just the myths around investing that don't necessarily help you. They kind of hurt you more than they help you. And yeah, so I started learning more about that, and I because I didn't want to take the thing that didn't align, which was having a business, right? I didn't want to take the path that didn't align, so I was like, okay, there must be something else. Like then they're like Airbnb, no, no, and oh, double no, exclamation mark, period, no. Never. That's too much. That's too much work. So I just keep going through all these things. Like, what's another thing? What's the other one? Turo. Like, oh, like finding a car and renting it out to other people who need the vehicle. Like, no, and oh. And when I say no, I mean like for right now. I may decide, okay, I'm going to buy 16 a fleet of 16 cars and go and do Turo from age 30 to 31. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm talking about right now. And that's what's so important is understanding right now because you're gonna change over time. And you're never gonna do the same thing for your entire life. So don't pick something that doesn't align with who you are right now. Really sit and think about, okay, this person's telling me I can have the life I want through doing this, but I've already proven to myself after knowing myself that I don't like that thing. I don't like how I don't like what to do that. So on the outside, you're like, oh, start a business. But when you really think about it, what does a business take? Other people. Now, if you know you're antisocial and you don't like people, you don't like making content, you don't like putting yourself out there, don't have a business because a business you literally have to face the people or have someone be the face for you or put out content, run ads. You have to put out something to get clients, unless, of course, it's all word of mouth. And that's totally different. That's not what I'm talking about because that probably would have happened naturally um, or strategically. But finding something that literally aligns with you. So don't just stop at, oh my gosh, this person is a millionaire. This is what they do. This is what I'm going to do as well. Think about it and really say, what comprises this thing? Do I like those already? So for me, the business, I'm like, no, I actually don't want to have a business. I actually don't like people. I don't like talking to people. I don't like conversing with people. I don't um and I don't mean talking to people. I love talking to people, which is why I have a YouTube channel full of yap. But I'm talking about as in selling a product. So I'm always front facing, selling something, selling a service, selling whatever. I just didn't want it. And I had to find my way to something that actually works for me, which is like technically to other people, it's like lazy, like do it when you want, blah, blah, blah. But like that's what fits for me as a person. Now, you may have a different idea of that. And you're like, well, I'm naturally not a lazy person. So you pick the thing that aligns with you. You don't have to pick the thing that aligns with everybody else or that everybody else is doing. Like, again, having a business, doing churro, selling digital products, selling this course, selling that course, and really just using all the ideas at the end. Like, bro, let's go on TikTok right now and let's go look. I bet you I will scroll 2 times and I'll find something of somebody selling or teaching some type of thing.
Being taken advantage of.
Somebody selling a digital product course. They're teaching how to sell your digital products by selling you a digital product. Now, one thing I had to learn about me as far as like things that I'm doing to like as side hustles is like another part of like the list of I guess like a checklist of does this thing that I'm about to start doing to get the life I want, does it fit me as a person? And the first thing is like buying a course from a person who is saying that they're good at what they are doing with selling digital products, but they're teaching it. So if I learn it, I can take the skill, but also I'm not them. So how would I know that I can really get the skill down that they're teaching? Also, it's kind of like an abstract thing. Selling digital products is a very abstract idea, and you're probably better off having a digital product and just selling it, making videos on it, and seeing what works instead of buying a course teaching you how to sell digital products. You see what I mean? There's like a hierarchy. There's like a category. There's categories of things that what you want to do should check off. But don't just do something for money and don't just do it for passion. I think passion is a scam because your passion should be for the journey. Your passion shouldn't be for the actual thing. Like if you have a passion for business, you're really emotional about it and you're probably not going to succeed because you're so emotional. So when people are like, only have a business based off your passion, personally, I would never do nothing like that. Yeah, the first video I scroll past is literally teaching digital products. And that, I mean, I don't even need to scroll anymore because that's just like, that's how it is. And you just like, okay, I hope I'm getting the point across, but you just have to literally make sure that you're not taking someone else's dream, taking someone else's thing that works so well for them and trying to do it because it should work for you, not taking into account that that the thing they're doing is comprised with so many things in it, inevitable activities that you're going to have to do. And if those inevitable activities don't match you, then probably don't do it. Almost like if you're a person that doesn't like to wake up early, but the thing that you're about to go do requires you to wake up early, you probably might need to find another side hustle. And I didn't think about this before I started looking at different side hustles. So that's why I am making the video, because it sounds like common sense, like don't go do something that doesn't make sense, but really think about it, really look into it. Like if you have your own business, are you willing to make 3 TikToks a day? If you're wanting to become a content creator, are you willing to make 3 TikToks a day for a year and never see anything from it? Like the things that are required of you, are you willing to do them and do them with no end in sight? Like you're going to be tied. Let's just say you do become a content creator. You are now signing a contract, invisible contract with yourself, that you're going to post 3 TikToks for the rest of your life or for the next 2 to 5, 10 years, right? You're signing yourself up for something and you need to make sure that you're going to be able to fulfill it so that you can actually become successful, because at the beginning you're going to know if it's right for you. You're going to see a little bit of success. You're like, yes, I want to keep going with this thing. But then when you keep going with it, You're going to learn, and then you're going to get really good at it, right, over time. But you're not going to be super extremely successful at the very beginning. That might take a month or 2 months or whatever. Are you willing to not be successful at it and still put in the time, effort to do it? And make sure that, like, you look at the requirements. What is the time commitment? Like, to make 3 TikToks a day or 2 TikToks a day every single day. Like, have you ever posted on social media for like a week straight and just 3 days for a week? I mean, 3 posts a day for a week? Then why would you go and jump into a huge $1,000 course teaching you something, some skill, knowing that one of the things required of you, you can't even do? I wouldn't go do that because I'm like, I don't like showing up on the internet. I don't want to post 3 times a day. Don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. So instead of people saying you're lazy because you don't want to, how about you just pick something else? Like, let people pick something else. Pick something else. Because there's people that are plumbers. There are people that are electricians, people that climb on to the tippity top tip of towers and they clean windows and they replace things thousands of feet in the air. Do I call you lazy for not wanting to do that? No, because you get to choose whatever you want to do. Same thing from something extreme like being a window cleaner on the 115th floor is the same thing as like requiring yourself to post 3 times a day on social media. If you're afraid of heights, don't go apply for that job. If you don't want to post 3 times a day and figure all that out, don't become a business owner that's based on social media, or don't become a content creator. Like, don't become a person whose livelihood and production is literally based on that. So figure out, what is your ideal production method? Mine is lazy, works in my sleep. I don't want to do not much, too much work to get it. And I want to make sure that I can keep it. I want to make sure it's consistent. I want all the stability and I want it to be easy. And if you keep searching, you will find the thing for you that just feels so easy. Like, wow, I'm just starting this thing. I'm a week in, I'm 2 weeks in, I'm a month in, I'm 2 months in, and it feels like you were meant to do it, and you're gonna find that thing. But remember, do not take other people's dreams as your dream. So for me, I love my YouTube channel. I know one day there will be hundreds of thousands of millions of billions of trillions of people watching these videos that I made in my silly little room, and they're going to either not like them and be inspired to make content that they want to watch, or they're going to like it and they're going to want to engage with my other content or with me as a person or whatever, like, right? But you may not be a person that can sit on camera and talk for 20 minutes and just share your ideas. You may feel like that's like, no, I don't want to do that. So don't. Do something else. Do something else. You know what's crazy about this silk press is that it's still like, it's not stiff, but like this is the first time my hair hasn't fallen out when I got it. Like it's still a bit stiff, but it's okay. It's because of the top, it like rained here, and so everything at the back is like very straight, and then the top is like very puffy. But anyways, find the production method that works best for you and block out all the noise of people that will think it's lazy. Because if you want to make easy peasy money and you keep going towards that idea and you say, I want to make easy money, I want to make easy money, I want to make easy money, eventually you'll find something that gives you easy money. And if it's not bad or illegal, then you can just do it. And that can be your thing. But you're never going to find it if you keep trying to force yourself into something that isn't easy because you feel like, oh, like I'm going to be judged by my parents if I do something that seems like fast, easy, quick money, or it seems like gambling, or it seems like, manipulative, or it seems like whatever. Like, you have to figure out your own values, your own morals, um, depending on, the life that you want to live. What are you willing to do? And if one of those things is you're not willing to work hard, stop working hard. Stop looking for things that are hard for you and look for things that are easy. And the best thing about that is what's easy for you is hard for another person. So, I mean, I've even heard a conversation between two people with my own ears that a doctor was telling a content creator that he would much rather work on brains all day than post videos online because it just seems too difficult to even wrap his head around that. To people who don't do content, they're like, wow, I would much rather post content than work on brains all day because that seems difficult. So neither of the two are better or worse than each other. They're both needed. Um, they're both used and useful. They're both valuable. However, one seems like it would be harder, right? The brain surgery, but even to a brain surgeon, something that is considered easy to a content creator would be really difficult for a surgeon to wrap his head around. So get your mind out of, well, I have to do, I don't I, like I have to do something that's hard because hard things make me money. Hard things don't make you money. Hard things actually train you. And they, even if you do make a lot of money, it doesn't allow you to live like a person who makes that amount. Also, there's nothing wrong with doing something that's easy because there are people who are willing to do the hard things who aren't willing to do the easy things. So that means all the easy things are up for grabs. So you're actually in the winning because most people are like, I want to do the hard thing. I want to take 20 years to build a career. And when you go and you slide into the easy thing that nobody else is touching or doing, because everyone thinks that it's hard, but it's easy for you. You found your thing and you have no competition because everyone is focused on something else. And don't let other people's dreams become your dreams. Again, pick your own thing. You get to sit and think of the life you desire, whether that is having no schedule, being able to travel when you want, being able to take your kids on vacations, whether it's you want to just date and never get married, you want to just date people from all over the world, you want to move every single year around the United States or wherever you live, or you want to do like a specific journey or whatever you want to do, there is something that aligns directly with it. And don't take no for an answer. Keep looking, keep looking, keep looking, keep looking, and stay true to who you are. Don't go start a business if you don't want to promote it. Don't start a business if you don't want to work hard on that and make that your whatever. Because you're going to have to work on anything that you do. But if you're working on something that you think is hard, it will be hard work. But if you're working on something, learning something that you already feel is easy, it's not going to feel hard. So pick your thing, be so truthful of what you want to do, and don't let anybody else stop you because I can almost guarantee you, if you're watching this video, nobody's paying your bills. Nobody's taking care of your car note. Nobody besides you is taking care of your groceries. Nobody besides you is taking care of all the things that happen in your life. When something goes wrong, you have to pay for it. I'm almost I'm 99.9% sure that nobody else in your life is going to be able to take the load off of you if something were to go wrong. So focus on what you want to do because you're the only person that's really in control of everything that you have going on in your own life. Don't let other people's opinions make you choose something that pleases them when they can't even pay your bills. Do what's easy, do what's fun, do what's fulfilling, and that makes money for you. And then you just don't worry about other people. Don't worry about other people and their opinions. Keep doing what you want to do. Keep standing up for the things that you want to do. And whether that is you want the laziest, most easiest job in the world, you keep looking for it until you find it. Don't take no for an answer. If you need help with that, watch my video where it's called How to Be Humbly Audacious. If you are a Christian, it teaches you how to have really powerful prayers. And if you're not a Christian, the whole video still applies to spiritual people anyone who believes in a higher power, which is most people. So, higher power or higher source. And you really need to get out of that by being more audacious because audaciousness and having the audacity is not a bad thing. And if you think it is, that video is especially for you. But if you don't think it is, that video can still really help you. If you already know you want to be audacious, it can show you exactly how to really embody that and start to get what you want out of life.